Symsites is a Horizon Europe project bringing together 31 partners, companies, research centers, universities, and public administrations to develop innovative and replicable solutions for water, energy, and resource recovery across Europe. Across the continent, climate change and increasing industrial demand are putting freshwater resources under growing pressure. Energy dependence and the rising volumes of urban and industrial waste compound the challenge. Symsites addresses this through 4 ecosites located in Spain, Denmark, Austria, and Greece, where wastewater and organic waste are transformed into valuable resources. Despite their different industrial contexts, all 4 pilot sites share the same core process: anaerobic digestion. Organic waste and wastewater are fed into a bioreactor where microorganisms break down organic matter in the absence of oxygen, producing biogas as renewable energy. Membrane filtration then retains biomass inside the reactor while allowing treated water to pass through. Where needed, biochar adsorption columns and membrane contactors provide a final polishing stage, removing residual pathogens and micropollutants and recovering nutrients. The outputs, reclaimed water, biogas, and digestate, can be adapted for multiple applications depending on quality and local regulatory frameworks. What makes each ecosite unique is the integration of locally generated industrial residues and the tailored adaptations of each pilot plant. This creates processes that follow the same vision, yet are specifically designed for the realities and opportunities of each region. The Spanish Ecosite is located at the Alcoy wastewater treatment plant in a region characterized by a strong textile and cosmetic industry and by some of the most severe water scarcity pressures in Europe. The Spanish Ecosite is specifically designed to address a key challenge: the removal of emerging contaminants and the recovery of nutrients to achieve reclaimed water tailored for multiple reuse applications. The substrate combination here is urban wastewater and organic food waste selectively collected from municipal entities such as schools and nursing homes. This is where the Alcoy process diverges. Non-recyclable industrial residues are pyrolyzed into biochar and loaded into adsorption columns, specifically engineered to target these micropollutants, a purification step that goes beyond what standard digestion and membrane filtration can achieve. Additionally, membrane contactors enable nutrient recovery, transforming wastewater into a source of valuable resources. The result is reclaimed water meeting the quality thresholds required for industrial, agriculture, and urban reuse in a region where every recovered liter counts. The Danish Ecosite operates on the island of Bornholm, where 2 factors shape the local context: a thriving craft brewing industry and a recurring seasonal water deficit that leaves farms exposed to drought every spring and summer. In this ecosite, the challenge is to combine substrates of different origin, urban wastewater, brewery effluent, and food waste, in order to achieve a sufficiently high biodegradable load for efficient anaerobic digestion. The solid residues from brewing, spent grains, and other dry matter follow a separate path. Dried and pyrolyzed into biochar, they provide the final purification stage for the treated water. Residual sludge is valorized as biofertilizer in agriculture. The reclaimed water is made available precisely during the dry months when Bornholm needs it most. The Austrian Ecosite is built around Burger Schinken, a meat processing company central to its regional food system, sourcing animals from local farmers and supplying meals to nearby schools. This dual role defines its waste streams: industrial wastewater from production, blood from the slaughterhouse, and food waste collected directly from the schools it serves. The industrial wastewater is relatively diluted and therefore requires a concentration step before entering the anaerobic digester. Dissolved air flotation is applied first. Flocculants bind contaminants into clumps that are lifted to the surface by fine air bubbles and then separated. The resulting flotation sludge is combined with blood and food waste in a feeding tank before entering. A process unique to this ecosite is the valorization of slaughterhouse bones. Rather than being discarded, they are pyrolyzed into biochar, used in an adsorption module to polish the treated water before reuse. The digestate, rich in nitrogen and phosphorus, is returned to the regional farmers who supply the company, closing the nutrient cycle within the same local network. The Greek Ecosite, located in the Achaia region, faces a waste stream with no equivalent at the other sites. olive mill wastewater. This highly polluting effluent, characterized by high organic load, phenolic compounds, and low pH, is generated seasonally during the autumn and winter olive pressing period and has historically been one of the most difficult agro-industrial effluents to treat. 2 additional valorization streams further distinguish this site. Food waste is processed through a screw press, separating solid and liquid fractions. The solid fraction is dried and shredded into 4x, food residue biomass, and later composted together with green waste to produce a structured soil amendment. Olive stones, the lignocellulosic residue of oil extraction, are instead pyrolyzed into biochar, which is later used for adsorption polishing of the treated water. The liquid fraction from food waste is combined with municipal wastewater and olive mill effluent inside the treatment line. Because of the strong seasonality and chemical complexity of these streams, the Ecosite requires a more sophisticated anaerobic configuration than the other pilot plants. Rather than relying on a single-stage digester, the Achaia plant operates a 2-stage process. An acidogenic reactor first converts complex organic compounds into volatile fatty acids and produces hydrogen, which then feed a methanogenic membrane bioreactor. Separating the 2 biological stages protects methanogenic microorganisms from process instability and maximizes biogas production despite highly variable seasonal inputs. The system produces the following outputs: biogas rich in methane, hydrogen, reclaimed water, and compost: Austria, Denmark, Greece, Spain. 4 industrial contexts: meat processing, brewing, olive oil production, textile and cosmetic manufacturing. 4 different substrate combinations. 4 sets of local constraints. And in each case, the same framework adapted to meet them: anaerobic digestion at the core, membrane filtration, and biochar adsorption columns as the tools for refinement. What Symsites demonstrates is that urban industrial symbiosis is not a theoretical model. It is a technically proven, replicable framework, already operating across different regulatory environments, climate conditions, and industrial sectors.